So I've just had this little beauty pop through the post. And we're going to open this up. We're going to take a look at it. It's the 6 Steelbook set of the Transformers movies. Yes, so it came. So yeah, let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this opening for, the Transformers set. Now I know this came out a while ago. There's videos of it. Jimmy done a video of it. Jimmy Boy's Movies done a video of it just a couple of days ago because he's shipped at the same time as mine. However, I think he lives closer to where it's shipped from, so he got it a little bit earlier. I got mine today, but it came anyway. So we're going to open it up. We're going to take a look. I'll give you a little ranking, my ranking of these films. Now, this came out, I don't know, over a year ago sometime. I can't remember when exactly. I didn't pick it up. It was about 100, was it 100, 120 quid? It was something stupid like that, seriously. A lot of money. And recently, it's just dropped to £59.99 on Zavvi. 60 quid. 60 quid for 6 films, 4K steelbooks. That's £10 a steelbook. Yeah, like them or not, I like them. It's the Transformers franchise. The money's up there on the screen. And yes, some of them are not particularly good. We'll get into that in my ranking afterwards. But yeah, so I thought I would indulge in this one just because it had dropped so low in price. And I do have the Transformers on Amaray in 4K. I'm just going to trade them in. I'm going to trade them in. If I get 20 quid back, I get 20 quid back. That lowers this to 40 quid essentially. You know, so happy days. Let's get this little beauty open. So let's get this plastic off first and take a look. Now, I was aware that this isn't one of those editions where you get the metallic box around it, i.e. the Mad Max collection, the Monsterverse collection. I don't know what other ones. I've Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, things like that. It is just it's just a box, so to speak. But it's quite a nice box. It does open up. But first of all, let's take a look at this J card. Let's get this J card off of it because it is quite a flimsy J card. That being said, it does have all the information, you know, from each film on the inside. It's not just plain white inside. There we have everything on it, and etc, all that stuff. Probably seen it all before, so who cares. But yeah, so this box here, lovely sort of glossy feel to it. You've got the Autobot logo there. Turn it around on the back, you've got the Decepticon logo there. I used to have this logo on the back of my car, one of my cars, Peugeot. When I had a Peugeot, I had the silver Decepticon logo on the back. It was quite funny because one day a geezer pulled up next to me and he had an Autobot keyring and he was like showing it to me through the window. Yes, Transformer fans unite. So yeah, you got the age ratings there. They are stickers, so they can come off. And this, is it magnetic? Yes, it's a magnetic box, so it opens and shuts like that, which is nice. So you open it up and you have TF there, Transformers. That's my dog barking out in the garden. 1 minute. Oh, the kid in the garden opposite, the garden that backs onto ours, he jumps up the fence, he looks over, he winds the dogs up, the dogs start barking, that winds me up. Oh, I wish that kid would stop doing that. I really would. He's only young. Parents need to rein him in, clip round the ear hole, down you get. Or he needs to fall and break his arm. That'll teach him to not climb up again. But anyway, where was I? I was opening this up. So they had the TF there, Transformers. Got some art there, whatever that is. I can't make that out. It's just some patterning. And we have your steelbooks there. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing between the steelbooks to protect them when you get them out. That is unfortunate on this set, but lo and behold, it is what it is. So there we have the box there. Yeah, nice box. So let's take a look at these one at a time. I'm not going to adjust the camera so we can take a gander. We can take a gander like this, and why not? But first up, we have Transformers 1 there with Optimus Prime on the front, and on the back we have that Autobot logo with a bit of sort of damage there. Open it up, and we have front and back there, and inside we have a Autobot logo sticker. That's got to stay in there. That's not going to go on my car. What I had, that's quite a thick sticker actually. It's quite a thick. Is it a sticker or a magnet? I think it's probably a sticker. I don't know. What I had on my car was actually quite thick. So let's take the discs out. You have black disc for the 4K, a blue disc for the Blu-ray, and your interior art is like so. So I'm going to put them back in, including that there Autobot sticker, magnet, whatever it may be. I've got to be careful where I put them now. I don't want to put them precariously. Then we have Transformers, The Revenge of the Fallen. You remember the one with the racist robots in? On the back of that one, we have the Decepticon logo, again with some damage. Megatron is on the cover of this one, like so. And inside we have, well, an advert for something or other. I don't know. And again, we have black and blue discs for your 4Ks and your Blu-ray respectively. And there we have the second disc. Now, say what you want about this film, it's got some fantastic action set pieces therein. You know, Michael Bay can frame action, okay, and the explosions always look good with a bit of, nothing wrong with a bit of Bayhem, is there? A bit of Bayhem. So that's the Revenge of the Fallen. And then we move to the third one. This is the last one with Shia LaBeouf in. This is Transformers The Dark of the Moon. And on the front there you have that's the film version of Shockwave, isn't it? Yes, it came to me. I had to turn the thing off and think. It's a Shockwave there. And again, a Decepticon logo on the back with the damage, keeping in, you know, that sort of thing with the others. The same aesthetic. Black and blue, yet again. They're all going to be like that. Can't see anything changing. And there's the interior. You know, so again, a nice steelbook. Then we have, next up, we have Transformers Age of Extinction. Now, this was the first one that ejected Shia LaBeouf and his family and that sort of stuff. And we went with Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was introduced. We had a bit of a cast change in this. And so there we have that one there. And that is Grimlock on the front of that. The Dinobot Grimlock and Autobot on the back with a scratch there. Dinosaur scratch. Front and back together. Black and blue. Age of Extinction. So there we have that one. That's the interior of that there. And then we move on to the next film, which didn't take too much money at the box office. This is where we started to see a decline in the takings of the Transformers. They went up and then they plummeted with this one. I've got an itchy ear. Inside of my ear is really itchy. I haven't got an ear infection coming, but there we go. So this one is Transformers The Last Night. And again, we have Optimus Prime on the cover. Somewhat different Optimus looking Prime. Different Optimus looking Prime. And on the back, we have a split between the Autobot and Decepticon logos there. Open it up. And there's the interior. Like so, with a black and blue yet again. This is disc 5. We've still got the 6th one to go. And that's the interior with a purple motif going on this one. So yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Then we have that there that was in one of the other ones. And I forgot to put back in. So it can go in this one. That little advert. Why do I keep the adverts? I don't know. Bit anal like that. So anyway, moving up, last Steelbook in here was for Bumblebee. Yes, with Haley Steinfeld. It kind of was a sort of reset, a reimagining for the Transformers franchise. Took it back to the 1980s. The Transformers themselves looked more akin to their animated counterparts from the Generation 1 Transformers series from 1984 onwards. Then we have the Autobot logo on the back, a nice yellow motif, gold. It's Bumblebee, isn't it? You got to go with that. Inside is discs, black and blue yet again. Now, when I saw this at the cinema, I saw it with a double bill. I went to see this and I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the first Spider-Verse movie, the Miles Morales animated one. Haley Steinfeld voices Gwen Stacy in that. She's in this. So I had a Haley Steinfeld double bill. Yeah, I think she's a very, very good actress. I remember, what was her first film? It was the remake of that Western. Oh, True Grit. That's the one I'm thinking of, True Grit. So there we have that. So that's all together in that lovely, lovely box. We'll take a look at them back in the box at the end. But in a minute, no, right now, actually, I'm going to step away for a sec. I'm going to come back with my ranking for the Transformers franchise. Okay, I am back. Now, obviously, this ranking is going to include Transformers, the Rise of the Beasts, the latest one that came out. That being said, I have the Steelbook over there in the Steelbook section, and lo and behold, I cannot be bothered to get up and go and get it. I've got a load of boxes in front, so that I'm sort of working through this week, because we're talking one box a day I'm getting rid of out of this room, and by the end of the week I should have the room all clear of boxes, and I can have a little reshuffle and create a bit more space in here for me. But we're talking about that ranking, so we're going to do the ranking of the Transformers movies right now. So you're going to have to pretend that I'm holding the Steelbook for Rise of the Beasts when I come to that. So we've got 7 movies, obviously including Bumblebee, so let's get into it. So my least favourite Transformers film is The Last Knight. Yes, and for good reason. This film was a mess of a movie. It was a mess in that it just felt like scenes were just put together, and you could probably say that about all the Transformers films, because honestly they all do roll into one in the mind if you don't watch them for some period of time. What happened with me? But anyway, so that's my last one. It's just a mess of a film. It doesn't work. It's very story wise, it's just muddled together. It really is. It's a complete mess of a movie. Next up is Rise of the Beasts. Yes, I haven't got it in my hand. Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, the one with the you know, Optimus Primal, and it looked good. The trailer looked good for it, but unfortunately what this film done was ejected all the goodwill that was given to us by Bumblebee, which came after The Last Knight, and offered us up a reset of the Transformers movies to give us something more akin to the animated movies on screen, which is what people really wanted. The true fans, the original fans of Transformers wanted, and they didn't get it. When we got Rise of the Beasts, we stepped backwards. We stepped backwards back into Michael Bay Transformers. Yes, I know it's not directed by Michael Bay, right? But it visually, it very much feels like they've stepped back and tried to emulate the Michael Bay era rather than move on with the Bumblebee era of Transformers. It's like they completely rejected and forgot about Bumblebee, even though the film was a hit with people who saw it. Yeah, which is very, very unfortunate. They went back way. The characters in it, the human characters, there's no characterization to them whatsoever in that film. They are complete and utter rubbish characters. So there we go. Anyway, let's drop down to 765 now. Number 5 is The Revenge of the Fallen. Yes. Do I think it's a bad film? It's not a great film, but it offers up some fantastic action set pieces therein that I enjoy watching in a film that isn't particularly good, but there's a lot of them. It's got a great musical score to it as well. You know, I do like Shia LaBeouf in these films. I think he's very charismatic. I like his energy and this sort of a thing. And yeah, he was good in that. Then we have Age of Extinction. This is obviously the first Mark Wahlberg one. Now, when I said the Transformers films muddled up in my mind, seriously, a year or 2 years ago, I had this. I was trying to work through in my mind the Transformers films, and then and what I had on the shelf, I could see them on the shelf, and I was thinking, hold on a minute, there's one missing. I'm sure Mark Wahlberg done 3 Transformers movies. And lo and behold, he only done 2. I don't know why I thought he'd done 3. It's because these films, in my mind, just all combine into a big mayhem mess of madness. But there we go. So Rise of Age of Extinction, sorry. The first Dinobots one, with the Dinobots introducing them. I liked Mark Wahlberg. I like Mark Wahlberg. I've got no issue with Mark Wahlberg. I've got no issue with Mark Wahlberg in these movies. I think he's very good. I think the energy's there on the screen. Mark Wahlberg was a good energetic replacement for, what's his face? Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, and I have a lot of fun with this film. I do. They are very long films, overly stuffed long films. And then we have Dark of the Moon. There's not much between some of these films, seriously, in how much I like them. Dark of the Moon, I think, is a great Transformers film. And I think that I love the wingsuit scene. The wingsuit scene where they jump out of them airplanes with the rope blades on top. And you got the airplane that's exploded as they're jumping out, and it's coming down like that, and they jump, and they're in their wingsuits, and they come down through the city. I think that looks absolutely amazing. A lot of the action set pieces in this film at that point, when you believe that, or you're led to believe that Transformers have been double crossed and destroyed on that spaceship when they're leaving Earth, is fantastic. It really is. It's got, you know, I seriously, I think this is a great film. And obviously this is the one that kind of cemented. This is where the box office numbers started to go up, and then you had Age of Extinction. I think it was Age of Extinction where these box office numbers peaked, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously it was downhill after that. Last Night it was a mess and totally bombed. But yeah, I think that's a really good film. Anyway, next up, and this is tough. This was tough how to call it. It really was. And any other day I might reverse these two, but we're here today, so it's going to go this way. Then we have Bumblebee. That's my number 2 choice. I think Bumblebee's a fantastic film. Much akin to E.T., that kind of a thing, you know. Alien comes down, befriends a kid, and they need one another. They learn from one another. They grow through one another. Bumblebee comes through his difficulties with the help of Haley Steinfeld's character, and she gets through her difficulties of the loss of her father and this sort of thing through Bumblebee, her friendship with Bumblebee, and they grow to a point at the end where they part ways, and she doesn't actually need him anymore. She'd like to stay with him. It'd be great to see her stay with him, but you know, she's grown to a point where she's strong enough in herself to tackle life on her own. It's a really good film, and like I said, it came after The Last Night. It sort of reinvented the Transformers franchise for the big screen, and unfortunately they done nothing with it, which truly is unfortunate. So anyway, so my number 1 spot does go to the first movie. Again, you know, this was, when you saw it, it was like, you know, it was wow. Okay, it wasn't the Transformers that we knew and loved and grew up on, but this was a new iteration, a new take on the Transformers, new designs. That scene where Optimus Prime first transforms and all the cogs, you know, and all the bits moving parts and all this. It looks fantastic. And again, Michael Bay, the action on screen. It goes to all of Michael Bay films. I like Michael Bay films, okay? I can sit down and watch. And I know Michael Bay gets a lot of flack and people do hate on him quite a bit. But he knows how to shoot action. I know he came from a music video background, something like that. He knows how to shoot action. He knows how to frame it. He knows what looks spectacular. With a Michael Bay film, that money is guaranteed to be there up on the screen, and that's no exception with this movie here. Seriously, it's a great film. But like I said, any other day, some of these are very close together in how much I like them. But then when you get to the poorer ones, there's quite a drastic jump between the good and the bad. So what I'm saying is that, you know, all right, so I would take, seriously, I would take them ones 5 there. Even Revenge of the Fallen, you know, I would take Transformers, Bumblebee, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction. I'd put sort of Revenge of the Fallen there, okay, you know, with a bit of a gap. And then, if you imagine that gap's still there, then I'll take Rise of the Beasts and Last Night, and I'd have a bigger gap between this and them like that there, if that kind of makes sense to you. But yeah, so, you know, a great series of film that I do like. You know, hate me, shoot me, whatever. I enjoy them. They're enjoyable popcorn cinema for the most part. But there you go. There's my ranking for this. And, you know, a look at this set here, which I didn't open it up. So there we have it, opened up, that box. Yeah. But it's a lovely set. And for 60 quid, I'm extremely happy to have got it. See you on the next one.